Oh, so wait.
Hey, I'm not watching people live. I'm going live, dude. For real, dude. No. Party on, Wayne. Party on, Wayne. Party on, card. Party on, card. Diddly doo, diddly doo, diddly doo, diddly doo. Shaboing, shaboing. Or what's he say? Shawang. Yeah, is the volume, Brandon, is the volume all right, bro? Feel like I'll get loud if I yell? I'm going to test it, okay? You ready? You paying attention? What if I speak like this? Is it clipping in your ear? I'll wait on you to answer. Come on, TikTok, with your lagging ass. Thanks, AGD, for the follow. Join the growing community. My friends, together we are creating a better community of addiction recovery, co-creating oneness in the lives of each other. We are better together. We're better focusing all of our attention on our vision, on optimistic things, instead of our shortcomings and our failures and our moral inventory and all the things that we did wrong in the blue book that helps you stay blue, because blue's the color of sadness, and you just stay blue all the time, and you go to meetings and you talk about your problems and you share your experience, and you think that you're describing your circumstances, but you're really prescribing dogmatic beliefs into your subconscious mind. That's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to make some very valid points. I got a bunch of notes right here. I hope you guys would stick around, because if you're in the recovery community, we're changing it here together. What's up, Chaos Brewing? Welcome in. Tail Black Rock. Hi. God bless. I don't even know what that means, but God bless to you too, bro. Much love to you. Ex-addict. I love how you say that, dude. Ex, motherfucker. Conquered. Powerful motherfucker here. Hi, everybody. My name's Danny. I'm an addict. This is year 10, bro. When you gonna stop saying that? It's sad, man, but it's gonna get really intense today. There's not gonna be a lot of debate, except in the comments of the questions that you're asking me. I want to better my message. So one, I want to know what you have to say against it, and two, what you agree with. So join the community, though. We have a WhatsApp community. The links are on my page. If you like, you see the word behind me here? It's kind of blurred out. Okay. I teach people how to use legal mushrooms. Legal. Nothing illegal about it. Don't do any reporting. I have to say that. It's sad that I have to say that. If you'll join my WhatsApp group, I'll teach you everything I know and give you exclusive deals, like deals you'll not find anywhere else, because I'm endorsing a lot of products. Products I've all tried. My life's amazing because of mushrooms. Welcome in, Scott Well. Welcome in, Rachel. I remember you. So another thing, while there's 70 of us here, sub to my lives. If you get value today from what you learn in the community you're a part of, consider subbing. I know there's an option up there somewhere. I don't know how it works. But you can sub to me. Don't be afraid to gift me. If I say something that inspires you or pisses you off, gift me. Everything that goes into my gift account goes to someone that's homeless, someone that needs it. And I don't just give it to them. Their cost of getting the money is telling me their story, because I'm a coach and I change lives. I was a homeless drug addict, intravenously addicted to meth and heroin. I was playing tug of war with my heart on a $300 a day habit. And mainly because I had a really good job. $50,000 a year I was making. I was a foundation repair foreman. And the Motel 6 right next to my shop was the crack house. And I could get anything I want fronted. So $2,000 bills by the time Friday comes around turned into me paying my tab and buying more and being broke by Saturday morning. And I felt like I was trapped in this cycle of spending and using. But I was a fan of neuroscience during all this suffering. And I found Dr. Joe Dispenza in my mid-20s. And although I didn't understand it and it all sounded like bullshit to me, I kept fucking listening to it and I started doing sleep hypnosis. Wouldn't you know, after 3 years, I truly feel this sleep hypnosis because of the ideas implanted in my mind over many, many years have become my actions. Why? Because you will always feel and behave the way that you think and speak. First off, do you know what makes you special, dear human? Do you know why you're special? Because you have a prefrontal cortex and the ability to speak language. Nobody on the face of life on this planet has that ability. That is what makes you the objectifier of the subjective universe. And in here, you are not limited by time and space. Out there, it's your mission to figure out what habits and what actions you must take in order to get you to where you want to go. But if you don't know where you want to go, you got to paint the vision. Yes, everybody has this ability. Yes, no one is outside of this ability. There's an easy way to sub to my YouTube now. Exclusive content only on YouTube. I'm going out and helping people. I've got a few videos. I'm about to post them. But I'm going out and helping people, telling their story like I just described to you earlier. If you want to donate to that cause, there's links on the page. But, okay, continuing on. You have got to paint a vision of where you want to go. Comment down below if you've tried doing that before and you're just like, I don't fucking know. Comment down below if that's you. Thanks for the follow, Sister Knight. You guys understand I get in flow states when I'm speaking. So I'll take specific times when the flow runs out, right, to look in the comments and answer questions. And consider joining the WhatsApp group. It's end-to-end encrypted and safe. We have tons of moderators. The goal is to love you and support you the way that you need to be supported. To show you the pathways, because success leaves footprints. And you can take the recipe of someone else, the blueprint of someone else's success, and you can modify it to your own. So we teach the complete recovery blueprint at Co-Create Oneness. It's a 9-step system. But you start at 1, and when you get to 9, you're ready to coach others and teach others. And Co-Create Oneness is a network of coaches. But you have to get from 1 to 9 one time. It's not a daily working of 12 dogmatic steps. It actually involves your own personal growth and development. Let me give you a hint. First step of 12-step programs. We believe that every addict is powerless over their addiction. Or no, we are powerless over our addiction and our life is unmanageable. All right, well, the first step of Co-Create Oneness is no dogmatic bullshit like that, because words are creative. Abracadabra, I create what I speak. So instead, we say we willingly commit to the daily pursuit of our own personal development, spiritual growth, and mental fortitude. And I think I'm going to throw in there emotional intelligence. Gigi, welcome in. Thanks for joining. I know I'm onto something here, and I know I'm guided by the universe. Why? Because I and the Father are one. And the Father is greater than I, and I understand what that means. And it's not outside anybody else's grasp. The Father within you is your heart. It's the subconscious mind. It runs 95% of your thought is feeling. How do you determine that, Danny? Because your heart has sensory neurites in it that operate independently of the brain. 40,000 of them. A network of brain cells that think by feeling. Okay, and they operate independently of the brain. Your heart's responsible for all your emotions, the way that you feel. The chemical responses to your electrical thought. So if the two make peace in this house, you can move the mountains in your life. That's scripture. Understand what it means. You are an emotional being that can think rationally, meaning past, present, future, imaginatively. That's your ability. No other creature has that ability, but you have to use it right. There's a recipe of how to use it. I don't have all the answers. I'm a practitioner. 3 years into it, you think if I'm making a difference, which I am, that you can change the bullshit in your life? It's totally possible. And you can permanently recover. You can start at day one and end recovered. You don't have to live a lifestyle of recovery. Doesn't that sound awesome? Sounds awesome to me. Name me some famous, successful people that are still promoting the 12 steps, open and on, like outwardly, like trying to profit from it. And actually, it's a World Services Incorporated. Incorporated. Non-for-profit means they don't have to pay taxes. And let me point something out to you that I just found today. You ready for this? This is crazy. Where'd it go? Library of Congress approved. Do you know that our nation is found on the Masonic order? Found! Okay. Library of Congress, huh? The court systems court order you into this program. If you believe this way, you're at the bottom of the hierarchy. And you don't ever think that you're capable of anything else. Have you ever listened to old schools at the meetings? Oh, I'm just grateful I didn't drink today. There's no vision. They don't do anything. You know why they go to meetings? Because it gives them an egotistical feed. Like it feeds their ego tremendously when they go to a meeting because they've got so much experience and sobriety under their belt that everyone else will listen to them. 90 meetings in 90 days. It's complete and utter brainwash. I'm going to dive into it. I'm going to explain everything. My dad doesn't talk to me because I'm in recovery, but I don't go to AA. Good. Yeah, recovery is a lifestyle that they're creating to keep you a lifelong customer. And that's not true for everybody. Are you on Matt? Good day, bro. Gotta go. Peace out. My authenticity, welcome in. It's so awful. Talking about the rooms. It's your emotions coming to the surface that you have been covering up. Sarah, hey Dan, I'm having trouble staying sober because when I'm sober, I end up crying. That's because of lack of emotional intelligence. That's why our first step is a daily commitment to 4 things. Personal growth. You could say personal development because I have to say spiritual growth. Emotional intelligence and mental fortitude, meaning that you understand suffering's purpose in your life and that you can either suffer because of regret or you can suffer because of sacrifice. But the suffering of sacrifice feels a lot better than the suffering of regret, because the suffering of sacrifice leads to a time when you get to stand on a mountain and be victorious. But with the suffering of regret, you're going to carry that to your deathbed. Most people, right before they die, the thoughts on their mind are everything that they didn't do, everything that they didn't go after, all the choices that they wanted to make but they didn't because of fear. That's what this book teaches you how to do. Let me make sure I've said everything. So I want you guys, there's 12 of you. It would mean so much to me if I got off of this live and there was 12 new subscribers to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to get enough subscribers there so that when I go live, they'll push my live out. They don't do that unless you have 1,000. So that's a goal of mine. I'm going to start. I do this every day and it helps a lot of people. And I have a lot of people saying, I'm missing the live, man. And I'm like, wow, I'm just so honored that you're upset about it, right? Like I'll do something about that. So I'm going to start posting them right to my YouTube every day. As soon as I get off, I'll post the live to the YouTube. So if you miss it, you can go to the YouTube and check it out. So go sub. The link's right there on my page, right next to message. I think it gives you option to message me. Let's go over that. Yeah. If you sub to me here on TikTok with a few gifts, it's not a lot. Totally doable. And if you sub to me here on TikTok, my subscribers will get prioritized direct mail. Like I'll answer you immediately. I already do that. But it's hard for me to filter through with messages all the way at the bottom. And the way this works is it will put you up at the top. So, performance requests. Like for the last 20 minutes of each live, my subs, if y'all want me to do something, say something, sing, play my guitar, anything, you can request that of me and I'll do it. To my subscribers, comment request priority. So you know how I go and do a lot of I'm getting flow states. If you got a comment request priority, it'll come up, it'll notify me, it'll tell me, I'll see it. If you sub to me right here on my lives, since I'm providing value through the experience of my life, and my number one goal is to help you experience the same remarkable results. If you sub to my TikTok lives, I'll give you shout outs. I'll even let you request a topic for a future live. Something you're struggling with, let me know about it. I can help. Lastly, probably the most exciting, if you want to share your story with my following, and I have another following of 40,000 on another account. If you want to share that story, I'll let you go live with me for 3 or 4 days in a row and tell your story so that it gets out to a lot of people and it can help a lot of people. Have you overcome something? Do you have some strength that you can share with the world? You can do that. All right. And then the last thing, really excited, please stick around because it's going to get more interesting. This is just all the announcements that I'm going to start doing to let people know what I'm building. Hence why I'm wearing this goofy ass hat. All right. If you guys want some amazing products, we got chocolates and we got we got amazing products inside of my WhatsApp group. End-to-end encrypted. And yeah, that's all I can say. Ziggy, want to come in? Come on. All right, let's get into it. Y'all ready? There's 9 of us. You do? I'll have them available. You want to see the back? It'll look better than this one. This was the sample, so I got to spread the words apart a little more. I am powerful over my addiction. Not powerless. Recovery innovated. Innovated. You know, 12 Steps hasn't changed in 100 years. Well, I'm going to show you the neuroscience-backed way to change your fucking life. It's my mission in life. Dan, do you have a filter on? Your eyes look stunning. I don't. I have a light shining brightly into them. Watch. See how it got darker? A little darker now, huh? But see, I can turn it up. And they look nice and cunning, huh? Thanks for the compliment. I'm prepared. And I don't think I'm going to do any crying today. I'm gonna stay. Thank you. Thank you so much. You're in the WhatsApp group, right, Sarah? It's okay. Just making sure. If you're not, you should consider joining. All 9 of you. It's a community. Let me explain really quick before we dive in. So that it excites you to want to join the WhatsApp group. The way I've structured it to work is it's really easy for introverted people and people that need to share. You don't need the floor of a room sharing setting to speak and get heard by many people. And so we do roll calls every day. It's one way that we keep up with each other. You share in the group your daily failures, victories, fears, worries, what you focus on. It's powerful to get in the group and say, today I'm focused on this, and this. And I hope, and you send your love to the community. And that's how you do a roll call. What I used to do is in the evenings, I would share my victories and my failures, if anything majorly that I failed at. Because failure that's reflection. That's what you call reflection, and you learn and grow faster. Pearson's law says that when performance is measured, performance improves. But when it's measured and repeated back, it doubles. It gets faster and faster. Yes, it sure is. On your own comfort and time. You don't even have to share, but look, it's really nice to have people to support you when you're going through something. When you want to celebrate something, and you tell all your friends, and none of your friends fucking listen, because all my friends used to just make fun of me, and I would tell them what's important to me, and they'd be like, ah! And it's like, so I'm a lone wolf. I'm most drawn to the wolf. Brandon, dude, that was amazing what you shared with me. Y'all guys want to know? Help me out, Brandon, if I don't get it right. Brandon looked up my own spiritual. He asked me in a question first, what's your favorite animal besides not domestic, wild? And I was like, hands down, wolf. I'm drawn to Fenrir. I've always been a lone wolf. And I was like, he was like, you want to know how I knew you were going to say wolf? And he sent me this thing where he did my Daniel's spirit animal. And it turns out my spirit animal's a wolf, a gray wolf. And then he looked up my name. This is where it gets weird, considering what I've committed my life to. He looked up my name, Daniel. My name's Danny, but it's rooted from Daniel. It means ruler of righteous judgment, an advocate. My life path number says that I'm a teacher, like I'm an inspirer, if you will. I feel like that's everybody. Armored warrior, advocate and defender as well. Wow. And then my last name, Wilkins. Wilkins is, that's my nickname. Wilkins is, I think I memorized it when you told me. Will is armor. And Kins is helmet, right? That's what she said. What it boils down to is an armor, a protector, a defender. And that I am. I'm the most compassionate person I know, and I'm sorry if it sounds egotistical. I spend a lot of time trying to understand people's suffering, and that's the definition of compassion. To not only have a deep desire to know the suffering of others, but to have the urge to alleviate, to eliminate that suffering. That's me. So I encourage you to go look up your spirit animal. Go look up what your name means. Look up your numerology core numbers and read about it. And it will give you confidence. It will make you feel amazing. Fuck what everybody else thinks. You know, my brain, half of my brain right now is sitting here thinking like, look how egotistical you sound, mister. But you know why I love what I'm doing? I know I'm my best friend. And I can I'm looking myself in my eyes right now. In order to look you in the eyes, I have to look me in the eyes. And over the past 3 years of doing this, I have become my best friend. And I'm comfortable complimenting and talking about this. I know those are my strengths. And I find passion and purpose in the things that the core numbers chart of numerology says. Your life path is 4. Pay more attention to it. It's amazing to keep in your heart. It's a confidence bringer. It's a courage giver. I'm an 8. My life path is 8. Co-create. So you want to know how I came up with the name? I was like, I want to involve everybody because we're better together. And I was like, and nothing's really created like it's not as good as it could be if it's just by one man. It's now this excludes like Nikolai Tesla's and people like that. But for most of us, we're better 3 and 4 in a group. You know, we're better together. And I was like, well, how can I do that? And then I was thinking, well, I am one with the Creator. I am a creator just like my Creator. Like that's why we as humans are creative. And then it hit me, co-create. And I was like, well, I mean, there's probably already a co-create. And sure enough, there's a lot of co-creates. Not in the addiction recovery. We might one day just drop oneness and be co-create when we get big enough, right? But right now, the goal is to get everyone to connect to oneness, which is in the center of your heart. The kingdom of heaven is in the midst of you. It is not I that do the work, but the Father within. He's not telling you that He's God. He's saying He's connected to the same God in you. If He performed miracles and taught the disciples how to perform miracles, don't you think that you can become the placebo of your own life? Do you think if a voodoo doctor can cast a voodoo curse on a man and the doctor can eliminate that just simply by putting a fake lizard in a spit can and making him vomit, and he's cured, and he was 3 weeks before he was dying? That's a story in Dr. Joe Dispenza's book. It's amazing what your mind can do. If you believe you're dying, you're dying. If you believe you're an addict, you're an addict. If you believe you're poor, broke, and stupid, that will be. I and the Father are one, but the Father is greater than I. What's that mean? Let me help you understand it. The Father, your heart, your subconscious programs, the subjective universe, that's the heart. It's responsible for all your subconscious programs, everything that happens under your awareness, heart. But it only responds to the ideas presented by the conscious mind. Pretty much, this is the conceiver, Mary the Virgin, and this is Joseph, okay? And every time you have an idea, you conceive a new Savior. Stop looking at the scriptures like they're fucking permanent, actual fact. You think Moses spread a fucking river in half with his staff? I don't. But I know that that river stands for doubt and fear, and that the message is that you must move through it. How can you take story, which is how we as humans communicate to each other? How is the ancient man that speaks another language going to communicate with an ancestors or predecessors 3.5 fucking A, I lost the number. 2,000 years later, right? Like, it takes story. So why does Jesus, the Savior, speak in parables? You don't understand it unless you get the story. The prodigal son is a great example. What does the prodigal son teach you? Well, the other brothers did right with their money. The one went out and spent all his. It's teaching you that if you get what is yours too soon, it's already yours, but if you get it too soon, it's not a gift. You could get the car keys and give them to your 5-year-old son, and it could be a good intention, but a good gift given too early is not a gift whatsoever. What's up, Coach? Welcome in, brother. People are in the WhatsApp group. I got the notifications going off so I can remind everybody on the TikTok how much love's going on in the WhatsApp group. We got 74 strong, and we would love to have y'all. You know the app, WhatsApp, it don't take up a lot of space. It'll download in like 5 seconds. And it's end-to-end encrypted, and you're safe. And you can talk about anything and everything and get actual answers. The rule inside the group is if you haven't overcome the adversity someone expresses, you don't share. You just show compassion and love and empathy. But everyone has a job in there, and it's to love on each other, to give each other the support we're not getting from the world outside. You know, my family hasn't called me in over 4.5 years. I have a lot of family. I have a Facebook that they all have. Like I've had different phone numbers. You can hit me up on Messenger. I created my own family. How? By giving. To those that have, more will be given. Yeah, that's for sure. 100% Brooklyn. It's an amazing app for building community. Like, I wouldn't be on any other app like as much as I am on this one. Hands down. They got some stupid ass bots. I know they need to reprogram them damn bots, because I be getting violated for stuff that I'm like, hateful behavior. What are you talking about? Because I said like this. Fuck that. Yeah, we got people from all over the world, my friends. All over the world. Every time zone. All right, let's dive into it before I waste too much more time. Right now, I don't have the store links up, but give me till tomorrow and you'll have a store where you can buy any. I've got some amazing shirts. I got a shirt that says "Mushrooms Make Greater People." I've got some really cool quotes that me and Brandon are. Well, he's sending me the quotes. They're all his quotes, really, or he's finding them from things he's listening to and paying attention, because that's his gift. We empower each other to use our gifts. That's why you'll hear. Remember that I said this when I end the live today, and you'll hear the statement that I make every day that goes along with that. All right, so the freedom model. You can get this book for free. It's data. I say this often. I hope Mark's not here to... Well, I've tried to tell him. You can't replace a program with research data. This has to be turned into a process, which I already have. Not this, but it's the same data that backs up my ideas. I've got it into a 9-step process from start to finish, from I'm addicted to I'm recovered, end. No more lifestyle of recovery. I'm on to greater and better things in life. But today I just wanted to point out some things that I've got highlighted to set the mood for what we're talking about. We're being indoctrinated with the wrong ideas about addiction and what it is. Every animal in the animal kingdom eats something to alter their mind. Catnip, the thing the monkeys eat, I can't remember what they chew on it. Get some high, man. Every animal, no animal is excluded from this. I mean, I might be wrong, but I would prove me wrong. You know what I mean? So the shame and guilt comes from society, and it comes from our free will and the misunderstanding of it. You can use a substance as a weapon or a tool. All throughout, I mean, even opiates, they have their benefits. There are pros and cons to everything. We live in a world of polarity. Ups and downs. Winter and summer. Positive and negative. Nothing's excluded from that. Study natural law. Save your butts for just in a minute, and I'll be sure and get to you. I want to answer your questions. Danny Ray, that's my name. Danny. All right, so here's some mirror findings from actual scientific studies. From the 1970s, a study of Vietnam vets diagnosed as heroin dependent found that within the first 3 years, about 88% quit without relapse. In a 24-year-long follow-up, 96% of them had eventually resolved their problems without treatment. What's that tell you? There's a 5% success rate with 12-step recovery. That tells me 95% of us that are quitting because we want to. And we have the power to. It's just like trying to take the pen that you write with in your dominant hand and putting it in the other hand. It's fucking uncomfortable as fuck. But if you practice for it for 66 days or more, you'd get really, really good at it and it'd become a lifestyle. The more neurocircuitry you build, the more you turn habits into lifestyle. As above, so below. Love it. Hermetic principles. My book that I'm writing is based in Hermetic principles. And you could say that would be occult. But occult also means only understood by a select few with specialized knowledge or interest. So it's like, there are occult things that can be good. There's that law of polarity showing up again. There could be good and bad occult teachings, right? But at least I'm not trying to hide them from people, and I'm showing you that this is the power you have within you. Belief becomes reality. Say it with me. Belief becomes reality. What's up? What's up, Rico? Long time no see, brother. How's it used? What you mean? What was the question to, Coach? People don't realize that almost everything can be used for good and for bad. It all depends on, see now. Yeah, how it is used. Yes. Fucking A. I'm so glad you come here. That could be your role, Coach. I'm on a roll, man, with this speaking and thing, and so I want to spend all the time getting better at that. But if you would accept the role in here with Brandon too of educating, telling them the vision. You and Brandon, of all people, and Diamond Dave, you guys know the vision, and you support it. Help other people understand it too. Anybody a supporter of the blockchain? I love blockchain technology. I'm a crypto dollar cost averager. I believe in the future of crypto. It's unbreakable. It's unhackable. That's what co-create oneness is. You know, I truly believe that these programs started with good intentions. Bill Wilson had the right ideas. Jimmy Kennan, when he started Narcotics Anonymous, he had the right ideas. But the Masonic Order takes over fucking everything. And I don't care if you call me a conspiracy theorist. You can look around at what's happening to Andrew Tate, what's happening to Kanye West. You can look around at what happened with the presidency and what's happening. And you can tell that someone has some power that isn't being shared. And I know the secrets. I'm gonna use my goddamn life to expose every secret they have. Just like Andrew Tate is not afraid. Look, dude, I've been molested. Some deep, dark shit's happened in my life, and I've done some fucked up shit. But I guarantee you they can't hold nothing in my face. They ever tried to fucking expose me or do something or try and do what they're doing to me, like to Andrew Tate, they couldn't do it. I'm not scared of them. It's why I do what I do. It's why it's my destiny to expose these motherfuckers for who they are. And that's why we're going to get real deep, dark, and personal with this book, where it all started. The only one I haven't done a lot of studying in. But wouldn't you know, in the first few pages, I found a lot of stuff to talk about today. So stick the fuck around and let me show you the dogma being that is indoctrinating you and keeping you at the bottom of the hierarchy of power in this world. You know, all you got to do is realize how powerful you are when you combine imagination with action. If you figured out that, that's the secret to life, and you will climb the hierarchy and not need any fucking medical doctor, and you won't need any fucking... Nobody! Listen to the black man talking about hope on my page. Fuck hope, motherfucker! When you tell yourself something, if you say, I want to go to Paris and I can't afford it, you just told 70 trillion cells to make sure you're not going to get to Paris. The word, my friend, God said, let there be light. He said, he spoke it. Human ability. When you shut your goddamn mouth about shit that ain't true, stop describing your circumstances. I think I'm speaking into the heart of a few people here right now. Stop opening your mouth to complain about the quality of your life. It furthers the folly. Use your words to speak life into your actions. From your thinking and speaking come your feeling and behavior. Why? Because feeling and emotion is a chemical response to electric thought. Words are electric. How do you know words are electric? Because you can record them, right? Your larynx is a inductor, or I don't know the word, to produce electricity. So is your thoughts. How do you know? You can hook up to an electroencephalograph and measure the brain activity in certain areas. When you write, they'll measure when you write. Here's how they test it. This is why I use this example a lot. There's been studies where they're measuring the brain activity. The guy's writing with his dominant hand, no brain activity. Why? You don't have to use consciousness when the body learns the behavior. When the subconscious mind takes it as a program, like driving, you don't need the consciousness anymore. Anybody ever been driving and you talking to whoever's with you and you're like, la, 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 and 10 minutes later you're like, wow, fuck, I haven't even been paying attention. Your body was driving for you. Now they measure the activity of the other hand, putting the pen in the other hand. And unless you're the 1% of the world that actually is ambidextrous, like they say, 77 million people, then you're going to have brain activity going all over the brain because you're having to think and try so hard because you haven't done it. And there's no neurocircuitry built. I'm glad you're a fan, dude. I've known it for a long time, since college. I was intrigued by it in college. I just didn't apply it to my life. Party on, Wayne. Party on, Garth. Diddly doo, diddly doo, diddly doo. I felt like I had to do that. All right, so let's get into the book. Hang on, did I say everything I needed to say about the Freedom Model? No. One more statement. You started your school Friday? That's still exciting though, bro. You got this shit, man. If you ever need a study buddy, I'll help you, bro. We'll do flashcards or whatever. How's it going, Jason? What's up, my brother, my new brother? Welcome in. What's up, Steve-O? Didn't even see you come in there, bro. You gonna stick around and hang out? Jason. Dude, merch is coming, y'all. Merch is coming. It'll be cheap. It'll be cheap enough for y'all to support and rep and show people, hey, we got something better than this dogmatic bullshit. Right? Powerless, motherfucker. Let me show you my goddamn power. You don't know nothing about no power. Me? Powerless? Shit. Addiction. What is addiction? You could take a plate of crack, meth, and heroin, the things that used to ravage my life, into the carpet. And I wouldn't farm it this time. I wouldn't carpet farm it this time. I hope a lot of y'all are laughing. I'm laughing on the inside. That used to be me, bruh. Alright. The Recovery Society and its treatment providers invented the concept of addiction whole cloth. They invented it, promoted it, and own it. You can't mention addiction without implying involuntary, unchosen behavior. They created a boogeyman called addiction that robs you of the power of choice and forces you to use substances against your will. With this concept, they created the idea that there is something to be treated, to fight, to recover from. Think of it this way. If you don't have cancer, you wouldn't spend your time getting chemotherapy. It would not be a waste of your time, but it would be costly, cause you other problems, and take away from time that you could be using to build a happy life. This analogy shows us the absurdity of the situation that even some people who disagree with the disease model of addiction still seek out treatment for it because of the focus on recovering from it. Mind you, plenty of incredibly intelligent people fall for the recovery trap because the addiction disease proponents have done an amazing job at mainstreaming their views. It's a monopoly. They have the media. Look at this, and I want you to understand that church is control. It's used. That's why the Catholics do the confession booth, to extract information out of you. And literally, so why is every AA meeting and NA meeting at a church? Well, I don't even want to answer the question. I know, because there's ties. All right, now let's dive into this fucking dogma. Ready? See how I got the page in it marked? It's fucking stupid shit, man. Dark, evil shit. I pointed out to you earlier, but some of you weren't here. I want to show you something. You know, our country's found on the Masonic order, right? It's all over our money. It's all over it's everywhere you see Mason, the Mason fucking compass and level. So, with that said, look at right here. I found something new. Library of Congress control number. Indoctrination. The court systems court order you into the program. If you get a drug charge, you could get off if you plea. If you plea out and just don't take at one time in my life, I took 30 days as a punishment instead of fucking going on years probation and 12-step recovery meetings, all this fucking bullshit. I was like, yeah, no, dude, just give me the time and I'll take the time. It's crazy. All right. Understand this. It's written in third person and it's read often. That's programming. So I got some highlights. Remember, everything that I highlight is things you shouldn't read in repetition. Because this book has become the basic text for our society. Society's capitalized. See that? It shouldn't be. That's Masonic writing. And has helped people. So this is implications because this book has become the basic text for our society and has helped such large numbers of alcoholic men and women to recovery. There exists strong sentiment against any radical changes being made to it. Indoctrination. Indoctrination is something dogma is something that cannot be changed. No matter what. No matter how many times you prove it wrong. Dogma can't be changed. No innovation. There exists strong sentiment against any radical changes being made to it. Okay. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say about that. Hang on. Oh yeah. Let's look at this. Secret society, right? It is important that we remain anonymous because we are too few. Not 100 years later, my friend. Not with 8 billion people worldwide and a major fucking drug opioid epidemic that we are a part of right now. Not this age. No. It is important that we remain anonymous because we are too few. So you don't want us to change it, even when you're not in the few anymore. We are too few at present to handle the overwhelming number of personal appeals which may result from this publication. Being mostly business or professional folk. Fucking, it's fishy. It's fishy. Remember that third person writing. We of Alcoholics Anonymous believe that the reader will be interested in the medical estimate of the plan of recovery described in this book. The medical industry proves the addiction model, the disease model for addiction false. So this book is not based in any kind of medical data. So that's the first lie. All right. Now, here's a giant point. Anybody ever read about the chief physician? Anybody? It's not a religious program, right? No ties to the church, right? Not trying to indoctrinate you with belief, right? All right. John 5:1-9. Let's go there. John 5. I should have just put a bookmarker, dumbass. John 5:1-9. After this was there was a feast of the Jews, and Jesus went up to Jerusalem. Chief physician. Google said this was the. I should have checked it. I should have been more thorough. Oh, it's still going. Nine. Damn, dude. All right, lesson learned. I need to be more thorough. This Bible talks about chief physician a lot. So, I mean, it's not a religious program, right? So the point I'm trying to make here is that this book starts out and it shows you right here how it's tied to the church. It says, a well-known doctor, and although you might think he's talking about a chief physician, you think that there's a major reason why they're using that word? I do. I have that feeling, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. Chief physician at a nationality prominent hospital specializing in alcohol and drug addiction. Oh, the anonymous person that wrote this book is telling me these facts without any references. Anybody know why we do research papers with bibliographies and references? Because nobody wants to believe you and take your word for it. They want evidence and proof. To whom it may concern. In the course of his third treatment, third's a very significant number of the Trinity, right? Okay? He acquired certain ideas concerning a possible means of recovery. As part of his rehabilitation, he commenced to present his conceptions. Conceptions are a thing that manifests in the subconscious mind. To other alcoholics, impressing them. Impressing is done to the subconscious mind. So, as part of his rehabilitation, he commenced to present his conceptions to other alcoholics, impressing upon them what they must do. Must. Not could do. Must do. Likewise. And still others. This has become the basis of a rapidly growing fellowship. In other words, this is why you should share about your bullshit life and the actions that you're refusing to take to fix it. Because that's what you do inside of a 12-step room. Yeah, You think you're describing your circumstances and your problems and the things that are happening to you, but language is creative. Abracadabra, I create what I speak. And you're just prescribing it to your subconscious, impressing your subconscious with the idea that you can't do no better. You're a diseased motherfucker. I personally, who the fuck is I? Who wrote the book? Please tell me who I is. I found out though. It's William D. Silkworth. You need to do some research, but I'm going to keep doing. I'll put some more stuff together. Maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow. All right. Looky at the goodies I got, guys. It's about to get deep. All right. Let's rewind. These facts presenting to you. So they first, in the few pages before, they establish trust. This is all to establish trust and present the false paradigm. Once trust is established and your guard's down, they can start impressing upon you. And so, yeah, it is. It is William D. Silkworth. Okay. Sorry, lost my train of thought. So these facts appear to be of extreme medical importance because of the extraordinary possibilities of rapid growth inherent in this group. Not for people outside of the group. Inside this group. They mark a new epoch in the annals of alcoholism. So they've created a monster, alcoholism. Mind you, this is in the 20s and 30s when alcoholism or when speakeasies and alcohol was illegal. Okay, it was a problem. Why? The Depression made motherfuckers lose everything. So they became depressed and they drank and they numbed their pain until it became a major fucking problem. And so if a big giant monster is taking control of the minds of men, no, actually it's your fucking capitalistic country that you've let people lose everything they've worked so hard. That shouldn't be allowed to happen. Should not be allowed to happen. We shouldn't be on fiat currency. That didn't happen till later. But okay. You may rely absolutely on anything they say about themselves. So you take this doctor's opinion. You can rely on everything this anonymous group of people say about recovery. What's up, DJ? Welcome in. Consider subscribing to my live, man. I know the option's up there now. This is an attempt. I'm trying to get to 10. That's my goal by the end of the week. This is an attempt of establishing trust so that you believe the text to come. You may absolutely rely on anything they say about themselves. I'm telling you, it's my destiny. No one's looking at this. No one's dissecting and studying it with passion and purpose like I am. I was put on this fucking earth to demolish the lies of the enemy that is indoctrinating the minds of men and women worldwide. It's not happening anymore. I will continue to grow and evolve, and together, just like the blockchain reference from earlier, once you get enough coaches committed to helping people free themselves from the mindset of an addict, you can't stop the message. It's already out there. Personal power is the cure for addiction recovery. That addiction is just a set of bad habits, and habits can be changed quickly. Who's the enemy? The enemy is indoctrinated belief systems from powers that be. Look around you, and you can look into the veil. There's good. There's L-I-V-E, but there's also E-V-I-L. And it's controlling us on a mass scale. I mean, the very idea of Satan is your lower ego. It's like, but he's the ruler of this realm, the earth, right? So the idea of that should tell you, there's evil people in this world that are very, very powerful, and they're trying to, they've got a hierarchy set up, because belief in a hierarchy structure, if you believe right down here on this level, then you won't take actions. How could I better describe this, man? If you believe this in this book, you won't climb the hierarchy. You won't figure out your passions and your purpose and start creating wealth for yourself. You won't try. If you believe this way, this helps you focus on shortcomings and moral inventory and all of the pain you caused other people. And the book is blue, the color of sadness. Like all the black blues singers sing Muddy Waters, they sing the blues, the blue. There's a reason, because color carries frequency. All right. Here's the start of the programming. So the physician who they exposed themselves right here. The physician who, at our request. Anybody else? Let me know what you think about that. What are you thinking? Are you agreeing or disagreeing? I want to know. Am I a fucking lunatic or am I onto something? Let me know in the comments. All right. The physician who, at our request, gave us this letter. At our request. Like, maybe you fucking better write this letter right now or you're fucking dead. Okay. Gave us this letter, has been kind enough to enlarge upon his views. And another statement which follows. Another viewpoint from the doctor that they requested. Or got paid off, right? In this statement, he confirms what validation. That spells validation. In this statement, he confirms what we who have suffered alcoholic torture must believe. Must believe. I want you to pay attention to the language. Please. In this statement, he confirms what we who have suffered alcoholic torture must believe. Indoctrination. That the body of the alcoholic is quite as abnormal as his mind. This takes you out of this takes you out of the realm of being human. And it puts you in the realm of being a poisoned alcoholic. That the body of the alcoholic is quite as abnormal as his mind. My fucking God, that's the start of the programming. They've established trust. Then, at their request, they got a doctor to validate it. And now they're telling you about the beliefs that you must believe for yourself in order to have recovery. It did not satisfy us to be told that we could not control our drinking. No shit. Just because we were maladjusted to life, that we were in full flight from reality, or were outright mental defectives. That's not fucking true for everybody. That is not true for everybody. But if in the slightest teensy weensiest bit, you agree to the statement, or you have a memory that connects you to that statement, then you will be like, well, yeah, maybe, yeah, okay? These things were true to some extent. In fact, to a considerable extent with some of us. So they're telling you without telling you, right? They're letting you think for yourself without... So obvious to me, man. Indoctrination. The doctor's theory that we had him write at our request, right? That's not what it says, but what's up, Toasty? Love you, bro. Thanks for coming back to support me. I found some great stuff in this alcoholics book that I've never studied. I've always studied the NA book. It's no wonder they start like, fuck. Complete indoctrination. It's tied to the Library of Congress. Are you fucking kidding me? Get the fuck out of here, America. Fuck you. I'm moving as soon as I can. All right. I want you to pay attention to this now. The doctor's theory that we have an allergy to alcoholic interests us. As laymen, wait a minute. Anybody Catholic? Anybody Catholic? Comment down below if you're Catholic. Do you know what an ordained minister, what an ordained member of a church is? A layman. They're not religious. Our opinion, as to its soundness, may of course mean little. But as ex-problem drinkers, we can say that this explanation makes good sense. Remember, they've got your trust, they've validated their opinions with a doctor's opinion, so now it's believable, and they're indoctrinating you with a new belief system. Though we work out our solution on the spiritual as well as the altruistic plane, we favor hospitalization for the alcoholic who is very jittery or befogged. Oh, God. That's actually good advice. I'll say that. That's good advice. You need to detox, because alcohol and benzos are the only opiates that can kill you. But if you got, I'll tell you a secret. If you got niacin, a B vitamin, and some of the things that I provide in my WhatsApp group, legal forms of mushroom, great healthy mushrooms. Get into the research. Amazing for the brain. You don't need hospital to get off of it. I promise. I'm a former ex-heroin addict and meth addict. I withdraw for about 4 days. But I had a tool to help me with a withdrawal, and it wasn't that bad. Little blip, and it's like, I'm good. All right, what are we doing now? So, all this is bullshit. Weed, now, okay. Well, hang on. Fast forwarding, the doctor writes. Now we got a new doctor. Hang on, let me make sure. More often than not, it is imperative that a man's brain be cleared before he's approached. You know why they got treatment set up the way it is? This is showing you how they set treatment up. Go to the treatment. Go get treatment. If you're jittery and befogged like every alcoholic, go get treatment. Go get treatment. That's what it tells you. It tells you they think you need to go to a hospital if you're the alcoholic type that's befogged and jittery. That's every alcoholic. And now so you go to treatment. And they what? More often than not, it is imperative that a man's brain be cleared before he is approached. That can be good. That can be true on the good plane too. But it's also true on the deceit plane. It's also true, like when I got to rehab, they told me I would be back because I was teaching everybody about neuroscience. I was calling them out in their own meetings. They asked me to stop fucking sharing. Don't share that. Don't tell nobody that. You're not allowed to speak anymore. You'll get kicked out of here if you speak again, right? That's the kind of treatment I was given. And it made me so angry. Very angry inside. But this was my core order. So. Ugh. All right, so you go into the hospital and you get indoctrinated. And if you spend 28 days in a rehab, the habits are halfway formed. Because they made us go to 3 meetings a day. 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, 1 in the evening. For 28 days, I'm telling you. The doctor writes, the subject presented in this book seems to be of paramount importance to those afflicted with alcoholic addiction. I say this after many years of experience as medical director of one of the oldest hospitals in the country. What's your fucking name? Does it tell us at the end like it did this other guy? Oh no, it's still William D. Silkworth. The same guy, tied to the occult. Which hints at why there are all sorts of occult and esoteric connotations found in the design of the pyramid symbol. You're fucking exposed. Guys, watch the 13th Step, man. It's so great. It's so great. Truth. It feels good to know the truth. Everybody agree? It feels good to know the truth. Especially if the lies have fucked you up a little bit. I was fucked up, man. I was fucked up. You know how I introduced myself when I was sharing at a meeting? Hi, Danny Junkie. That was way when I was like 19. Before I got into college and started learning neuroscience and the power of words. But I'm just saying, it's true. It's a true statement. When I first tried the 12-step model, I've been through the court systems 4 or 5 times. Get your sheet signed every time. Why do you think I preached that? I can't remember where I saw it. It's been a year or so for me. It was on one of the streaming channels. Look it up on Amazon Prime because they'll have it and you can at least rent it. No, it hasn't. The belief, no, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. The community is what keeps people sober, and their own free will and actions, their choices to be sober is what keeps them sober. Nothing takes away and trumps free will. Sergeant Blackburn. The reason people stay sober is because of their choice to stay sober. They might believe, which is okay, that this got them there, but that's what I'm teaching. If you just got here, stick around because I'm exposing you to how you've been programmed with this belief, this indoctrinated belief. First, they got the chief physician involved. And they're impressing people, which is what's done to the subconscious mind, impressing upon. That they must do likewise. They must. This is a doctor's opinion, and we requested him to write it and tell you. We doctors have realized for a long time that some form of moral psychology was of urgent importance. Not psychology, moral psychology. So getting you to look at poor pitiful me sitting up on my pot full of pity, blaming everybody but myself for why my circumstances are the way they are. Huh? Sound familiar? Sounds familiar to me. That's who I was. Some moral psychology. So you spend step 4, step 6, step 9 on what you did wrong, who you fucked over, all your shortcomings. Never does it show you how to change your behavior. Never does it show you that the reason you behave this way is because of your habits. Neuroscience has been around for a while, my friends. Dr. Joseph Murphy, I can't go live with you right now, Rico. Love you, brother. We'll have to subscribe. The only people that get that now are the people that subscribe to my channel. Up at the top, you'll see something about the subscriptions. If you want to go live with me, tell your story, debate me, anything like that, you got to be a subscriber. With what our ultra-modern standards, our scientific approach to everything, we are perhaps not well equipped to apply the powers of good that lie outside our synthetic knowledge. What the fuck? Can you speak plainly, please? With our ultra-modern standards, this is in the 20s. We are perhaps not well equipped. We're 100 years later, my friends. We're well equipped. We've always been well equipped. But indoctrination teaches powerlessness. We're not well equipped to apply the powers of good. Everything about you, dear human, is good. Your ability to show empathy and kindness to other creatures. That's not unique to your species, but do you know how beautiful it is to use language to do that? Do you know how good it feels to use the creative power of language to make someone else feel better, to speak life into the hearts of other people? We're the only species out of 8,700,000 that can speak language. God said, "Let there be life." So you, dear human, can change the way you feel by changing the way you speak. Why? Thinking and feeling are an interconnected loop. But how do you change that? Words are an expression of thought. So you might not be able to control your thoughts, but you can damn sure control your words. This book helps you take your words and program you with fear. Many years ago, thank you for sharing the live, Blackburn. Thank you, man. Many years ago, one of the leading contributors to this book, you cannot pump people full of info without referencing where it came from. Indoctrination. Many years ago, one of the leading contributors to this book came under our care in his hospital. And while here, he acquired some ideas, which he put into practical application at once. Well, they didn't let you in on the little secret that part of his practical application was the use of LSD. That's why I teach fucking reversed inverted shit. That's why that's a fucking motherfucker. I teach microdosing. I shouldn't even said that word. Legal forms of microdosing. It's a word that you need to describe taking a legal form that does not violate any laws. All right. Well, I'm just awake, okay? And I don't mean woke. I mean, I'm awake because I know what self is, and I know that self gets in my way a lot. I'm aware of my problem and my solution. I know that I have the power to think it and manifest it. Why? We are the objectifiers of the subjective universe. We are the hands of God. The mind of man is the mouth of God. We're the only ones that have this kind of mind, where we're asking and answering questions inside of our own head. That's the process of thinking. It's unique to our species. So, later he requested the privilege of being allowed to tell his story. Of course, an alcoholic ought to be freed from his physical craving for liquor. And this often requires a definite hospital procedure. Inside the hospital, they're going to indoctrinate you with this. This implies that I wrote to the side. This implies that an alcoholic must seek a rehab before being able to get clean. It's what it implies to you. Of course, an alcoholic ought to be freed from his physical craving for liquor, and this often requires a definite hospital procedure before psychological measures can be of maximum benefit. Your feeling and behavior is derived from your psyche. What you hold is truth. Your beliefs, it doesn't matter if they're right or wrong. The ideas are implanted in here. Somebody that's got a phobia, their belief is that this thing is going to kill them. It scares them. It's in their heart. It's part of their belief system. Psychological measures can come first. They can come first. What's up, Kristen? Like my hat? Party on, Wayne. So we believe. There again, believing. Belief becomes reality. We believe, and so suggested a few years ago, that the action of alcoholic on these chronic alcoholics is a manifestation of an allergy. No. Here, let me give you the simple version. You like alcohol when you get the dopamine in the first few drinks. But after you exceed that, it declines. And that's what you're experiencing. I can drink a 6-pack in one night and enjoy my entire evening and be happy because I'll drink 2 in 1 hour, and then I'll wait an hour to drink 2 more, and it's always the dopamine. And you can use it to be outgoing and creative and nice. But once you pass the threshold, just like taking water and pouring it all over a plant, just drowning it all over the plant, it'll die. It'll drown. That the phenomena of craving is limited to this class and never occurs. Here's why craving happens. Because you've got a habit built with behavior, attitude. It involves your actions and the way you feel and think at a given time. That's where your actions come from. So just like writing your hand, why do I use this every time? Because everybody's got a dominant hand. Even if you're ambidextrous, you got a hand you write better with. And so think about changing hands, and that's why it's uncomfortable and there's cravings. Because the feeling side of you is used to having this thing, and now you're depriving it of it. So it feels just like putting the pen in your other hand. But with enough time and attention on other things, other activities, building other habits, over time, about 66 days, you'll defeat the cravings. Just how it works. Things that are uncomfortable become comfortable with exposure. Hello. Sorry for the late reply. Lil Wolf Moon Poetry. QC. What's QC represent? What are you talking about? So I'm dissecting the dogmatic book that's forced into the minds of the masses. Thanks for asking, Cadillac. This is indoctrination. And so if you just joined, I can give you a quick version of it. The book starts out with a doctor's opinion. So they're establishing trust. They're telling you this is a medical problem. It's an allergy, right? And then right here on the next page, after the doctor's letter, which is William D. Silkworth, they say this is the anonymous sect. Nobody's listed. You don't know who we is. He says the physician who, at our request, we don't know. Alcoholics Anonymous. The physician who, the chief physician, like Jesus, like why is every AA meeting at a church? Like the indoctrinated beliefs that they try to make you feel like God's out there, buddy. He ain't in here. The kingdom of heaven is in the midst of you. So the physician at our request gave us this letter, and then so they established trust, and now they're validating the beliefs they're about to pump into your mind. Like that the body of an alcoholic is quite as abnormal as his mind. They've created a boogeyman, and now they're telling you that you need medical treatment in order to heal it. And when you get into the treatment, you become a lifelong customer because you got to work these steps daily, and you got to keep doing this and sponsoring people and carrying the message to other people. Never once does it talk about personal power, imagination, chasing your dreams, manifesting your destiny. None of that. Just poor shortcomings. I'm poor, pitiful me. Fuck me. I'm fucked. Sad, bro. I'm awake to it. I will expose it. Give me time. What I'm building is like a blockchain. It cannot be stopped. Cannot be hacked. I'm teaching you guys every day like this because you can make up your own mind. And I know what kind of mind you'll make up. And once you get it and it clicks, you'll be honored. You would be passionate about sharing it with someone else. Thanks for that. Thanks for the gifts, man. Don't be afraid to gift me, guys. It helps me. Any gifts go to homeless people. Any gifts go to addicts that are homeless because of their addiction. I go out and I talk to them. I coach them. I help them. I think that's all I got, man. Not about this on this topic. I'll do more. It takes study. It takes dissecting. But I want to encourage you, if you got this book, if you got the NA book, if you got these indoctrinating books of false beliefs not backed by medical data, not backed by science, read them and study them. Get you a highlighter and highlight everything that you shouldn't repeat to yourself, because you know actions come from what you say. Yeah, the link in the link tree. Oh yeah, dude. Thanks for it. If you want to donate, thanks, Kristen. Also, if you want to donate more readily, like there's a link tree full of ways to donate. Also, I'm selling merch, and if you'll join my WhatsApp community, I have amazing products with legal mushrooms and others. Can't talk about it on here. I can't violate community guidelines, but I can get you inside of my WhatsApp group where it's end-to-end encrypted, and we can talk further, because the medicine of mushrooms changed my life. I am no longer a homeless heroin and meth addict because I chose personal growth and reprogramming my mind with tools. Yeah. All right, yeah, I'll remind you guys, go sub to the YouTube. This is me asking you, if you like my lives and you miss them because I only do them once a day, the repost of the live is done on YouTube exclusively. So go sub to the YouTube. And soon, very soon, me and Brandon will have you some exclusive YouTube-only content of me interviewing and helping the homeless people that I go out and help. Just takes time to create it. But it's amazing content, and I've learned a little bit about marketing, man. You got to how to market myself and my message. I'm learning, and that's how. Support me on multiple platforms. It's working. Co-Create Oneness is a WhatsApp community. If you want to join it, join it. We have ways to help you share. If you're an introvert, it works best for you because, even in a recovery meeting, you don't get the floor to speak, and when you do, if you're not a 30-year veteran, nobody's going to listen to you, right? Everybody's going to argue with you, right? Anybody ever experienced that? Well, not inside our group. You're only allowed to share experience, strength, and hope if you've overcome the adversity someone voices inside of our group. Otherwise, it's just compassion and empathy. Yeah, congratulations. Oh, you're talking to me. Thank you. It's human power. It's everybody's ability. No one is excluded from this ability. Man, I hate these bumps coming up on my head. Awesome, man. I'm glad that you're joining, man. That really means a lot to me. Sorry. I'm a master of my emotions most times, but sometimes the waterworks come out. It's very important to me. This is my life's mission, is to end homelessness and to replace 12-step recovery with a program that works. I found what works. It's called neuroscience. Reprogramming your mind, understanding habits, painting a vision of your future, using tools to make you make decisions that are tough in order to manifest those, like going to the gym and eating healthy and journaling and meditating, things that are tough. You don't want to do it. You're like, fuck! But I have tools to help you make them like, man, this is actually pretty cool. I like this. And then you start seeing results. And you're like, fuck, I'm powerful. I got some ability in me. I didn't know I could do that. And then you start thinking, well, I like these things. And then coach will come up on you and say like, hey, dude, this dude right here is super world famous at that thing. And this is what he did. And he developed these habits. And this is what you should do. And help you develop a routine. What's your time schedule like? What are you committed to? What time can you sacrifice to these habits? Let me help you come up with a plan and a routine, because what you do every day is what you're going to master. 10,000 hours, that's all you need, my friends. But you got to paint the vision. I've got a vision, a grand vision, and everything I do on a daily basis, going to the gym, meditating, speaking. This is my platform to practice delivering my message, and I've been doing it 3 years, most every single day. I'm building the habits I know will lead to my success. I'm dollar cost averaging. When I have enough money, I'll know how to trade. I'm simulating and practicing right now. Like, there are habits that I'm forming with learning how to create multiple streams of revenue. It takes my actions, right? Here's my affirmation for the past 3 years. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe, for the large sums of money that flow to me quickly and easily through multiple sources on a continuous basis. I give my true gifts with love, and I know that I'm wonderfully blessed financially. It feels amazing to live such a life of purpose. Use my gifts to benefit the world. My actions come from saying that over and over and over and over again. How you feel and behave are derived from what you think and speak. Thinking and speaking is unique to you, dear human. Understand that. Wake up to it. You're here to find the subjective universe inside of you, what you like, what you want, and objectify that in your world so that the universe can experience the life in all its abundance and all its construction and all its destruction and all its evil and death. It has to all be experienced. Otherwise, it's just an imaginative fucking realm of dust and stars, right? Without matter, time, space, and a linear experience, there's no fucking triumph and there's no suffering. That's the reason we're here. And let me tell you something. Suffering the good times wouldn't feel as good if you wouldn't have suffered the way you've suffered. See you, Hoodoo. Thanks for coming. See you in the group. Follow. Good times wouldn't be as good if it wasn't for the bad times. Every single day for the past 5 days, bro, you have gained at minimum one more person. It's clearly working. Sorry. This ain't no show. I'm not trying to put on a show. Because I can put on a show. That means a lot to me. Brother Wolfman. Thanks, man. I can't do it alone. I need a community of people actually thriving and enjoying life. Like I am. I live in a single wide trailer. My mom's an amputee. I'm teaching her how to walk again. I take care of her for a check that pays my bills while I spend all my time studying and learning how to manifest this. It's a choice I made. I invented a wheelchair that'll change the world. It's literally going to change the world, and it's about to be patent pending. We're filing the paperwork. It's in the process of research and development with a company called Davison. And I'm honored. Like, I know that that's going to be the capital to help me build the facilities I need to build around the world called Safe Haven, where if you can get your homeless ass to one of these safe havens, you can be all right. But it's also a way to weed out the people that want to be a nomad and the people that actually are homeless because they don't know what to do. There are actual nomads, my friend, that want to be, they live that way. I've met them. I have a few friends like that, like from way back. He might not be that way anymore, but when we were addicts together, he was like that. Got to message you about Davison progress later. Awesome, dude. Yeah, they haven't. I'm gonna call Sean this week if he doesn't call me, just to check up. You didn't mean to break me down, bro. Look, Brandon, that's your gift, man. I'll continuously remind you of it. What you do with me is what I need from my friends. I'd never take anything you say as criticism. I know you support me and love me and you see my vision. The fact that you see my vision, man. The fact that you see what I'm trying to create. Look. Stop it. Stupid. Vulnerability. It penetrates the souls. I'm not like, people are so attached to this bullshit that they fucking attack me. That's how bad it is. Did you read the comment from the guy? I hope your casualty rate's low, bro, because you're going to harm more people than you help. What the fuck? This shit hurts me, man. We're fighting the same battle and you're so indoctrinated that you say shit like that? But again, that's right now in this moment, the universe is reminding me that that's how the hate gets exposed. Some people in my comments said you shouldn't be making videos responding to the hate. No. With me and my purpose and what I'm doing, that is needed. I have to show people the hate that is because that comes, the actions that people take because of the belief system taught by these programs. That's why I have to show the hate. I show it with love. You'll hear me at the end of every video I say in response to anybody being hateful to me. Love. Love. In other words, it's not against you, it's against the dogmatic program. Take yourself out of the micro. I'm in the macro. Get yourself on my level. The things that I'm teaching, it's exposing the literature. And there's a lot of subjective opinion in my critical thinking. I'm not here to fucking indoctrinate you. I'm here to get you to think for yourself. It is. It's sick. All right, guys. Was I late today? Yeah, 10:30. It's good. So I did exciting news yesterday. The past 4 or 5 lives that I've done, I'm really on point with my vision because of the mushies. And I do them 20 minutes before I come on here, and I truly feel connected. Like the connection, it enhances the connection to the universe, to the divine matrix. And I'm able to pull energy and information from the Akashic record. I feel like they're channeling through me. I feel that. You can look back at, well, I guess you can't. I guess I could post some of my old lives and see where I I was stuttering. I wasn't as focused. I didn't have a structure to my message. Now I do. Now I do. And it's getting more structured every single day. Not only that, but I'm writing the book, guys. I'm writing the book, The Complete Recovery Blueprint. I'll end it like that. We got 15 more minutes. I want to share with you the beginning of the book and ask your opinion of it. I would love to know what you think of it. I'm not gonna, it's long, but I got about 15 minutes worth that I could share with you. Let me load my computer up. It's really good, though. It's really, really good. But you'll hear me say, I think you'll hear me say in the text, don't give me credit. Because everything that I've put together comes from the work of other people. Dr. Joe Dispenza, Dr. Bruce Lipton, Dr. Joseph Murphy, spiritual leaders. It comes from other people. All the ideas that I have for myself, they come from me, but they come from the combined effort of other people spreading their message. That's how we as humans evolve. Story. So I shared the first chapter of it yesterday, and it was pretty intense. I just want to go over real quick the beginning of the book, because it's the part that I hold most dear to my heart. It's where I'm speaking the most from my heart, I feel. This book is dedicated to the addict suffering inside a 12-step program, to the junkie on the 5th trip to rehab, to the injured athlete that started with pills prescribed by a doctor and is now chasing the heroin rabbit down the hole, to the dope fiend inside the $40,000 rehab facility told they would be back for a repeat attempt at working the steps. And finally, to the eradication of dogma in our systems of recovery and the formation of systems that work 100% of the time. That's my dedication. I'm trying to get the vision of what actions is the collective doing to help the homeless. So all I'm doing right now, okay, I'll tell you a little bit about our ideas. It involves a building called Safe Haven. Brandon's idea, part of Brandon's idea is that we buy a plot of land, a large plot of land, we build a huge facility, and we provide every resource and everything needed to help an addict or a homeless person realize that if you want to be a functioning member of society, you got to choose something you like, because if you don't like it, you're going to hate it. And if you choose something you like and you can provide value to the world around you, we can show you how to make money with it. Coaching is the secret to it. Coaching and commitment on the part of the addict or the homeless person. That we'll have a questionnaire, a way to question people and find out, do these people, are they choosing to be homeless, or do they want help and don't know how to get it? I mean, there's only 550,000 homeless people, and there's 200 million adults. That's in our country, in the United States. So you tell me why we can't solve the problem. So these safe haven locations that I'll buy old grocery stores like Kmart, since they're all fucking shut down. And I have one here in my city, Pueblo, that's got an empty, it's just fucking lot. It's just a building. Imagine if we took that building, this is where the idea came from, and half of the building devoted it to like 5 by 10, 5 by 15 rooms where you got a bed, you got a cabinet, you got a toilet, or not even a toilet. Maybe keep all the waterworks, keep the showers and the bathrooms way down at the other end, and have the food stamp office location for the city inside of the safe havens, so that they can immediately get emergency food stamps, since that's a part of our benefits as a country. Not only that, but have food pantries. All the food pantries you find in every city and every state in our country, the food pantries, they would be centrally located inside of Safe Haven. Why? Because homeless people need a place to store their food. But also inside of the building, they would have access to resources and coaching and workshops for meditation and fitness and routine development. So I got 9 predicates of willpower I'll go over with you. Ooh, let's do that tomorrow. Tomorrow I got 9 predicates that I've written. It's an acronym for willpower that involves some personal growth tactics. And I call it the 9 predicates of willpower. and y'all love it. So 12:21. So many of us have never known recovery without some rendition of the 12 steps being forced upon us. Governments worldwide attempt to reform addicts to their former glory by sentencing repeat drug offenders to attend 12-step recovery meetings for an extended period of time. Many questions remain unanswered as to why more healing modalities have not been created and applied to addiction recovery over the years. This book aims to answer these questions and provide any suffering person with a pathway to complete recovery. The fact that we are connected through a worldwide web of wireless information with sciences and schools of medicine for healing all of the world's cancers and diseases, and yet we still follow outdated century-old methods for recovering from addiction, it's enough to baffle anyone. Why are we celebrating iPhone 14 and still following curriculum that has never seen a success rate higher than 15%? Is it not time to innovate the program? Recovery innovated. Is it not time to follow a path backed by science and data? Are there not millions of recovery stories that prove that addiction is not an incurable disease of body, mind, and spirit? Reference in a Blue Book 6th edition, page XXVI, first paragraph. This book is not written in third person, and the ability for you to learn the knowledge herein is not dependent on your daily attendance to any occult meeting. You do not have to read this book over and over again to learn how to take the knowledge and apply it to your life. Repetition, which is the only way to program your subconscious mind without altering your brainwave state, is only used in this method of recovery to rewire your mind and develop new habits. Would you ask a plumber to cut your hair? Would you ask a barber to fix your toilet? Would you ask someone that's been divorced 5 times how to find love? Why then would you ask an addict how to recover from addiction? This book was not written by an addict for an addict. It was written by a former addict about addiction for people suffering from the mindset of an addict. It is being written to shine a light on the darkness inside of an age-old recovery program that fails to work for 85% of people before their first year of sobriety. Lost my place. Truthfully, this book was not written by a World Services Committee of unnamed people, but rather it is being written by one man. A man that was molded from the ashes of his former self. Why would you ask someone that smokes for advice on how to kick the habit? We can tell, or no, I said, would you ask someone that smokes for advice on how to kick the habit? We can answer confidently with a fucking no. The pathway to healing you're about to learn has been tested by former addicts that stand before you today free from the desire to do the thing that once controlled their mind. Addiction is not an incurable disease. It is a memorized set of unconscious habits, attitudes, desires, and behaviors. A learned set of bad habits. Bad habits can be unlearned and replaced with new ones. The world is longing for a better way to recover from addiction. There is no faster method of recovery than to understand the inner workings of your mind and its connection to your body. I gotta put that in there. And its connection to your body. Although it is my personal opinion, I want to say that again. Although it is my personal opinion that 12-step recovery does more harm to the collective than good, it does work for 15% of people. So if you are fortunate enough to have found an uncrowded meeting place in or around your city, and you discovered that this meeting place is a strongly bonded community filled with successful people, where there are plenty of mentors and sponsors and few court-ordered attendees and tons of valuable insight, my advice to you would be stay there. Continue to learn, grow, and evolve. But if you are among the increasing number of people that suffer inside the program, I urge you to read this book slowly and thoroughly. In your hand, you hold a pathway to complete recovery, a guaranteed blueprint to help you build a new life. Understand that it will not happen overnight. It will not even happen in a year. If you are looking for it to happen, it will flee from you. You must cling tight to your vision. Continue to expand your mind and add to your painting, Picasso. Begin your journey now by committing to the daily consumption of this book until you have learned and applied all that is that is contained herein. In other words, you don't got to fucking pump it into your mind. Just read it and understand it and let it influence your actions. No secrets. No esoteric cults. That's it. That's the preface. We'll share more tomorrow. I'll teach you about the 9 predicates of willpower tomorrow. I got a lot of website building to do today. I got to get all these amazing products that I got for you guys up on the website with all the coupon deals, and some of them got free shipping. I'm building something here to help you. What changed my life, I'm building a website to give you access to it all. The books I read, the meditations I did, the sleep hypnosis I used, the schedule that I committed to personal growth, the habits that I formed. If you just realize that you're the problem and the solution, you have to take free will and use it to do what you know you should do, no matter how you feel. If the two make peace in this one house, then you can say to the mountain, move away, and it will move away. To those that have, more will be given. But to those that have not, that which you have will be taken away. If you complain, blame, and shame, it's going to be taken away. If you give gratitude and thanks and actually give the gifts that you have inside of you to the world, to those that have, more will be given. Keep being awesome, man. Keep changing your habits. Keep showing compassion. We need each other in this world right now. We need love and support with lack of criticism. We need understanding and empathy. And you will find all of those things inside of the Co-Create Oneness community. So join today. It's on WhatsApp. It's end-to-end encrypted. It doesn't take up a lot of space on your phone. Join the community. Share your experience. If you go through something, put it in the group. You're going to get love done. We're going to help you through it. YouTube as well. Don't forget to sub to the YouTube. Exclusive content only on YouTube. And if you miss my live because I do it at the same time and you're busy that day, you can come back to the YouTube and find the lives. You'll never miss out. Anything else? Let me see. The mission with the homeless. The reason I'm asking you guys to donate $1 when you have it. $1 is not a lot of money when you have it. When you get paid, donate $1. Donate $2, $10, whatever you want. It's going to stay in there until it reaches a 3-digit number, And then I'm going to go out and combine my own money with it. And I'm going to offer to the homeless people in my city, in Denver, in Colorado Springs, I'll pay you $1 a minute if you'll sit here and talk to me. Because they don't want to talk. They want to get the money and get you to get them go away, right? Okay? So really, I promise you, I'm going to change some lives. I might have to pay them the money and let them go out and blow it on dope and come back again the next week and say, you ready for part 2? Because I'm coming with questions, not judgment. I'm coming with the questions that are going to penetrate their heart and help them realize that their life is this way because of their own choices, but that in a short period of time, the right choices can get you the fuck out of this mess. And you have a network of people that support you. Co-create oneness all around the world. That's what I got for you today. I hope that you got value from the live today. I want you to remember that you have unlimited gifts. Unlimited gifts. Unlimited potential. Go out and make it your mission to spread love and light and give those gifts. Give your gifts to the world. Thank you, brother. You're amazing, and I hope that you have an equally amazing day. See you tomorrow.